All right, guys, just sharing some late night inspiration, motivation for you. I asked you guys on WhatsApp what you wanted me to share about because I was feeling inspirational. I was feeling like I wanted to share something, and you chose the topic career and business. So here's what we're going to talk about, or here's what I'm going to share about. If you don't like your job, this video is for you. If you don't love your job, actually, let me correct myself. If you don't love your job, this video is for you. There are three key stages in your job or your career that you could be at. And as I go through the different stages, I'm pretty sure you're going to identify yourself in one of them. So while you're watching, and when you are done watching, actually, comment below and let me know which stage you identify with the most so I can just get an idea of where you are and how I can better support you. The first stage is you love your job and it's in alignment with your destiny or your passion or what you're meant to be. Now, if you love your job, you love what you're doing right now, and it's in alignment with what you're meant to be, then congratulations, you have won the jackpot. You are where almost everybody wants to be, doing something that they love, doing something that they are passionate about, and that is a huge blessing and a huge grace from God that you should be grateful about. Now, if you're at that stage in your career, your next best step will be to pay it forward, right? You've already achieved the career that you want. You are doing what you love. You are working in a job that you love because it's in alignment with your passion and who you are meant to be. What's your next best step? Just pay it forward. How can you pay it forward? Teach others, invest in others, share with others, and things like that. Second case scenario, second stage. You love your job because it's in alignment with what you are supposed to be, but you are not yet at the level where you want to be for that kind of job, for that kind of career, for that kind of passion. So this is for you if where you are working is in alignment with who you want to be or where you want to be in your life with the kind of career or the kind of future that you want to have for yourself. So you love the job that you are doing because it's in alignment, but you are not yet at the level where you want to be. So in that case, you are also very close to hitting the jackpot. And in that case, your next best step would be to find a way to level up. Because if you are already in a field that is in alignment with your passion, that means you are already on a very good track. And all you have to do is just level up, get to the next level of that career, the next level of that job. So you just need to find a way to level up. So how can you level up? Think about somebody who is at the level where you want to be for that kind of job, that kind of career, that kind of destiny. Think about somebody who is at that level and look at what they have done. Emulate what they are doing. Are they attending conferences? Are they doing workshops? Are they doing classes? Are they doing courses to really level up their skills? Who are their friends? Who are the people that they are meeting? Who are the people they are spending time with? Look at how they spend their life because that is basically the level where you want to be. For you to be successful, you need to do what successful people do. That is a rule of thumb. If you want to be rich, you need to do what rich people do. If you want to be poor, you need to do what poor people do, right? So if you want to be successful, you need to do what successful people do. So if you are in your career at a level where you love your career, you love the job that you're doing, but you are not yet at the level where you want to be, then look at a role model, somebody who is at the level where you want to be, and study what they are doing. What are they doing on a daily basis? Who are they speaking with? Who are their friends? What kind of friends do they have? What does their biography look like? What is their social life like? I mean, I'm not saying that go and copy and paste what the person is doing, but look at elements in their life that have helped them to get to the level where they are and see how you can incorporate those elements in your life, because your next best step for you will be to learn how to level up to get to the next stage of your life. Okay? The third category is so this third category has two parts. It could be either that you are doing a job that is not in alignment with your career that you want or with who you want to be, but you are doing it, you like it, but it's not in alignment, but you're doing it because it's that it have in Dominican slang. Or you are doing that job, you don't like it at all, it's not in alignment with your career, you don't like it, but you're still doing it because it's that it have, right? So again, this third category is you are doing a job that you either like or don't like, but it's not in alignment with your career. And the reason that you are doing that job is because that's what is available. So what is your next step of action if you are in this category? First of all, it's not going to be to quit that job, at least not right away. Why? Because for you to work towards your dreams, for you to get to the point where you want to get, for you to achieve the life that you want to achieve, you need to be alive. You need to eat. Your bills need to be paid. You need to be comfortable. You need to not worry about your having to make money to survive. Essentially, you need to be in a space where you know that your basic needs are taken care of before you can pursue that dream. And that is one of the mistakes that a lot of people are making. That you have a job, but because the job is not your dream job, or it's not in alignment with your career, you just be like, you know what, let me just forget about it and let me just pursue my career. But guess what? You are not going to be able to pursue that career if you're hungry. You're not going to be able to pursue that career if you have to worry about what you're going to eat, where you're going to sleep, how you're going to pay your bills. So if you are in that category, whether you love that job, like it or don't, the next best step for you will be first, okay, before you even think about quitting, before you think about all these things that might be trendy right now, or think about acting emotionally, the next best step for you will be number one, identify where you want to be. A lot of times we know that we don't like a job, or we know that we are doing a job just because it have, but we don't know where we want to be. We don't know who we want to be. We don't know what our destiny is. We don't know what our passions are. If you don't know, then it's difficult for you to move from point A to point B. If you know what your passions are, if you know what your destiny is, if you know what you're supposed to be, then it's going to be easier for you to create a roadmap to getting there. I strongly believe that everybody is created for a specific purpose, which is to bring God's kingdom on earth in different ways. It's almost like if you're making a salad, right? In a salad, you have tomatoes, you have carrots, you have lettuce, you have onions, you have, what else you put in your salad? Maybe eggs, right? All these elements contribute to making your salads, but all of them are not the same. You cannot have a salad with just lettuce. That's just gonna be maybe just grass. You cannot have a salad, well, you can have a tomato salad, but you kind of like get the point that I'm saying. Every single element in your salad has a purpose. Every single vegetable has a goal. Every single vegetable is unique in its own way. Similarly, we are created unique in our own ways. Like, I'm not similar to somebody else. I don't have the same purpose as somebody else. I don't have the same gifts and everything. So it's important for us to realize that we have different gifts and we have different callings, right? So for you to know where you are going to, you need to go, you need to know what your calling is. You need to know what your destiny is. You need to know what your passion is. You need to know what you are supposed to be on this earth for. Fortunately, some people know it because from the time they are born, they just feel drawn towards something. Some don't. Tips to help you figure it out and tips that have helped me personally. First, I tended to go towards the things that I feel attracted to, like the things that I feel like I have natural abilities toward. I just feel like, you know, I'm very good at public speaking. I'm very good at coaching people. I'm very good at speaking. I'm very good at teaching. I'm also a doctor, right? But I have these additional gifts that I know is opening doors for me. Those are ways in which you can identify your passion. So you need to know what your passion is, because generally your passion is tied to your destiny. Your passion is tied to the way you are supposed to serve on this earth. Remember, not everybody has the same gifts, not everybody has the same calling. So what you are passionate about, what comes naturally to you, what your heart gets on fire for, that can give you clues as to what your passion is and what your destiny is supposed to be. So if you know the things that you tend to be inclined towards, like when you do it, you have so much joy in your heart, then follow those things, or at least consider those things as potentially being a part of who you are supposed to be, or things that are supposed to build you into the person that you are supposed to be. Okay? So how to find out what your destiny is or what your passion is? First of all, look at the things that you enjoy doing, the things that come naturally to you. And secondly, you need to pray about it, pray to God about it. And I'm saying this, you might think that this is so trivial, but if God puts you on this earth, you know, He puts you here for a specific assignment. So you need to ask God, hey Dad, what's the assignment? You know, you need to pray, you need to spend some time to actually identify, listen to the voice of God and figure out what the assignment is, what you are supposed to be doing. And those things will come with practice. The more you spend time with God, the more you spend time with the Bible, the more you spend time also discovering yourself, you will figure out the things that you are drawn towards, things that just come naturally for you. And remember, not everybody has the same passion, not everybody has the same destiny. Some people are born to be chefs. Some people are born to be dancers. Some people are born to be singers. Some people are born to be musicians. Some people are born to be doctors, nurses. Everybody has their own. Like when they do it so well that you can tell they were born to do it. You can tell that it's their it thing. Okay. So again, if you are in a career, in a job that is not aligned with your destiny or with your passion, the first thing you need to identify is what is that passion. Okay. And I gave you 2 tips on how you can identify it. The second thing you need to figure out is, what is my next best step to get to that passion? What is my next best step to get to that place of my destiny? What is my next best step? Before you can think about quitting that job that you like or you don't like and whatnot, you need to think about, how do I get from point A to point B? What should I be doing? Okay. Now, if you are supposed to be a teacher, if you feel drawn to teaching, right? But right now you are working maybe as a waitress, then before you quit your job as a waitress, you need to think about what is going to be your next best step for you to become a teacher. Do you need to go to a teacher's college? Do you need to, if you need to go to a teacher's college, you need to pay for your school fees. You need to apply to your teacher college or teacher university. What are the next steps, okay? If you need to go to a teacher's college, what is your tuition fee? Are you able to afford it? Yes, go ahead. No, work until you can afford it, okay? You are able to afford it, yes, but you don't have time right now. What can you do? Can you take in night classes, or can you defer to the next year or whatnot? But you cannot quit your job because you either don't like it or, don't appreciate it, because you cannot just quit unless you know what your next step is. So if you are in the category number 3, where you are doing a job but it's not in alignment with your passion, number 1, figure out what that passion is. Number 2, figure out what your next best step is. I will have told you your next 5 best steps, but let's keep it short this time. Figure out what your next best step is. For me to become a teacher, what is the number 1 thing that I need to do right now? And figure that out. Once you have that step, ask yourself, do I have the means to afford it? Because at the end of the day, money is going to help. Money is going to be a means to you achieving that thing that you are supposed to be achieving. If you have the means to go for it, then you go for it. If you don't, then you work until you have the means. But don't act hastily. Don't lose the job that you have, that is paying your bills, that is feeding you, that is making you comfortable, that is keeping you alive, because you want to pursue your passion. No, because your passion needs you to be alive. For you to pursue and to follow your passion, you actually need to be alive. You actually need to not have to worry about what you're going to eat, where you're going to sleep, how you're going to pay your bills and all those things. So be wise. The goal here is to work wisely and to lay down steps that you need to take for you to get to the next step in your life, that where you need to be. So again, just to summarize, there are 3 things, three job levels or 3 career levels that you could be at where you are, okay? Number 1, you love your job and it's in alignment with who you are and who you are supposed to be, right? In this case, celebrate, thank God, and the next best step for you is to pay it forward. Number 2, you love your job, it's in alignment with who you are supposed to be and where you want to go in life, but you are not yet at that level where you want to be. What is your next best step? Level up. How can you level up? Identify a mentor, or identify somebody who is at the level where you want to be. Study what they have done to get there and take what you can take, implement it, and work towards it without being distracted. Number 3, you are working a job right now that you either love or don't, but either way is not in alignment with who you are supposed to be or what you are passionate about or what your destiny is. In that case, number 1, what you want, your next best steps are going to be, number 1, identify what your passion is, what your destiny is, what are you supposed to be. And number 2, identify the next best step for you to achieve that destiny, achieve that passion, achieve that goal, or get into that career path that you are called for. Don't make any hasty decision, but make wise decisions, okay? So I hope you found this career inspiration helpful. Let me know in the comments below which category you fall into. Which one applies to you? Are you at number 1 level where you are living your dream, your career and passion? Are you at level number 2 where you are in your dream career, in your passion, in your destiny, but not at the level where you want to be? Or are you in number 3 where you feel like you are just doing this job because that it have, but in reality you are not living your passion? Let me know in the comments. I'm looking forward to seeing what situation applies to you.